So hello there again today. Today I'm back here with some very important and interesting news, which is, as we can see, sorry for the disturbance, as we can see from here, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been officially sacked from Manchester United as their coach. Yes, that is a true matter. He has been officially sacked from Manchester United as their coach. This news is coming from Mr. Fabrizio Romano, as we can analyze him as he's one of the most authentic source of news from, from the board and from all across football. And we all know that he's very authentic, and all the sources he presents are very authentic. So, so as he has said, Manchester United board decision to sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been also approved by Glazers, and it's over. So I feel like it's a small victory for all of us, for all the fans, for all the subscribers I have. And I want to give a shout out to my subscribers. There have been a lot more subscribers right now, and I want to give a shout out to them. And in the end of my every video now, from now on, I'm gonna give a small shout out to whoever has subscribed. I'm gonna give a small shout out to them. Uh, Manchester United's board's decision to sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been also approved by Glazer. At first the statement was, Fletcher and Carrick are ready. So let's see. So the Daily Guardian has said, Manchester United board has decided to sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at emergency meeting. Manchester United's board decided to sack Ole at an emergency meeting, are waiting for the Joel Glazer to approve. So as we can see, Glazers are the one who are in control. So the first statement was, internal discussion going between Manchester United officials on Saturday night, and Solskjaer job still at serious risk. Part of the board wants to sack him. Joel Glazer is one who will decide in the end. Candidate to replace Ole plus timing, Villarreal fame in 48 hours will be the key. And yeah, internal talks are ongoing at Manchester United to sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So the players are having an internal talk to sack Ole. They're having an internal talk. And so for those who are new on this channel, let me give you a small, a very small background on the drama. Very small, yeah, on the drama. What's going on? Uh, so what's currently going on is that currently Manchester United were showing really bad performance or some really bad form while they were battling, or playing Manchester City, Liverpool. They had lost 5-0, 2-0, and they had lost 4-2 to Leicester. And in addition to that, today they have lost 4-2 to Watford, which is a relegated team. Watford is a team in relegation. Let me tell you this, Watford is a relegated team. But they have lost 4-2 to Watford. Okay, so it's a relegated team, and as you can see, the players, they're almost about to cry. They're almost about to cry, and you don't even see Ronaldo over there. He was so furious. He was so furious. He was so furious. And he was extremely furious, and that's what Fabrizio Romano had said, when the manager makes all the difference. We have, Sir Claudio Ranieri from Watford. So he's basically the one who's guiding Watford. A relegated team like Watford is beating a team like Manchester United, that is us, which is one of the biggest superstars, who has one of the biggest superstars in the world. We have Ronaldo, one of the best players to ever walk the world. We have him with us, and they're beating us 4-1. I mean, this was unacceptable. If they hadn't sacked Ole, if they hadn't done it, then I would be on a plane and I would come to Manchester, stadium. I would go in from another office and I would sit there with a signboard that says Ole out, and I would starve to death. If they hadn't done it, if they hadn't done this, I would go in front of their office and I would starve myself to death if they hadn't done this. I would do this. I would do this. I literally would do this to myself. I would starve myself to death if they hadn't done this. If they hadn't sacked him. So it's Ole out, they're all out. And in other terms, we know that we had the option of and Conte, so we missed Conte. He would have been an excellent replacement for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Conte would have been a great replacement for Solskjaer, but we missed him. I don't know what were the issues. I don't know what were the instances. And here you see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Football did. He's asking for forgiveness from the fans. He's clapping. He should be fuming with anger. You should be fuming with anger. You should be angry. And this is poetic. This is poetic justice. You have a player who you're making sit on the bench for so long. He comes up and he scores a goal on the last game of Solskjaer. Can you believe this? You can't even make this shit up. You can't make this up. Even if you tell me, I won't believe you. You can't make this up. So this is poetic justice at its finest. And then internal talks were ongoing at Manchester United to discuss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's position. Part of the board officials are pushing to sack the manager immediately. The part were still thinking. And then they realized that enough was enough. Internal decisions ongoing between United officials on Saturday. The Joel Glazers will be the one who is going to decide soon. And then that came the situation. And then eventually came the final tweet that we had all been waiting for. Manchester United board have decided to fire Ole Gunnar Solskjaer after 5 hours of internal talk, because they realize if they don't do this now, they will have the fans coming on front of their house, and literally they would be crazy. The fans would get crazy. Fans would get crazy, and they would basically, come and they would just start a riot. The fans would go insane right now. The fans would go mad. If they didn't do it, the fans would go crazy. I mean, you don't know Manchester United fans. I mean, they're crazy. They've been loving and supporting the club from since their childhood. I've been supporting and loving the club since my childhood, and I always enjoy giving the news on Manchester United, and you guys are also subscribing to me. So I'm feeling really good. It's a great feeling. Thanks a lot. And today I felt like, I have it's a big stone that has been uplifted from my chest. That's what I feel like. When I feel like a heavy stone has been sucked from me, on top of me. I mean, enough was enough. Here you have a manager who's giving you flop after flop, flop after flop, flop after flop, who's giving you one flop after the other, one flop after the other. And still he is on board. Still he is on board. Still he isn't leaving. Still he isn't sacked. Every club has changed their manager, but us, we care so much about money. I mean, trust me, you have one of the biggest players in the world. If you keep on winning, if you start winning, you literally have a money making machine in Ronaldo. I mean, if he starts scoring, if he starts winning, then you won't have no problem making money. If he turns Manchester United around, you will have no problem making money. You won't have any problem. You can make as much money as you want. It's all about money, money, money all the time. From the Glazers. Today I'm gonna speak because enough is enough. I've had supporters who had even I've seen commenting that they feel like crying. They're bullied when they go outside their homes. They're literally bullied. They are bullied when they go out of their homes. They face bullying from relegated clubs, from clubs who are relegated. I'm not saying they're bad, but that's how bad we've become. We were the Red Devils. People used to shiver from our names, and we've got the best players in the world, and we're being beaten by relegated teams. So today is a good day. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been sacked, and I'm feeling very, very happy. And you know, I always bring you guys absolutely authentic news, and I'm bringing you absolutely authentic news today. And this is from Fabrizio Romano, his Twitter handle. And and the final tweet was Manchester United board's decision to sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been approved by Glazer, so it's officially over. So right now they are going to hold a press conference where they're going to talk about removing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and talk about taking him away, and we will have one of his last press conferences where he will basically be holding his position as the coach of Manchester United for the last time. He will be departing the position. He will be departing it. It feels like a a huge load lifted from the top of their heads. A huge load lifted from the top of their heads. It's gonna feel like a huge load has been uplifted from their heads. So that's what will be the situation right now. Look, I respect him. He's a club legend. I respect him. He's helped us won the treble, and I respect him. But he was playing under Sir Alex Ferguson, who was basically who was a huge legend, who is one of the biggest legends of Manchester United. You know, so if that is the case, I mean, so I respect him as a player, I do, and also as a coach, okay. But sometimes great players don't make great coaches. Sir Alex Ferguson wasn't a great player, but he was one of the greatest coaches of all time. So sometimes you need some professionalism. Sometimes you need somebody from outside, somebody like Zidane. Somebody like Zinedine Zidane. You need somebody like that who's from the outside, who's professional, who's focused, who's ruthless. Who's a man of action. I mean, or somebody like Conte. We lost Conte. Oh no, that was a huge loss for us. He really wanted to come to Manchester United. He wanted to take a challenge. He wanted a challenge. Let me see if I can turn this around. He had the badass attitude. He had the movie mafia attitude. But we lost him. He's gone now. So now our best bet is Zidane, for whom we have to wait till for whom we have to wait till the end of summer because he has asked for time. And what are his terms and conditions? I will make a video on that very soon. But he has asked for some terms and conditions, so we will discuss that very soon, and I will talk to you about that soon. And as you know, let's have a look at some the sun. If there's any new news. And so there's another news with Zidane. I mean, Zidane is attracted to Manchester United, but there is a problem. And the problem is that his wife does not want to come to England, and because she's really suited to the environment of Madrid. Compared to the sunny environment of Madrid, England would be a very harsh and realistic and a cold shift. So Zidane, our legend, loves his wife a lot, and this is a gossip that's going around that his wife is the main reason he doesn't. He's reluctant because she's saying she won't be able to adjust to the new situation. But the news is that Zidane is attracted to the job of Manchester United right now. It's a very attractive prospect. I mean, yeah, I mean, and yeah, so is Rogers is the favorite. So I will make a video on the next, but as of now, Zidane is the fan favorite, to come here, to come to Manchester United, you know. So the next games will be very challenging for us. And Brendan Rodgers is one of the most favorite to replace Ole Gunnar Solskjaer right now. And yeah, so Zidane wants to come here, but there seems to be some problems as his wife is suited to the warm Madrid weather, which is beautiful compared to Spain. In Spain, so she's very reluctant to come to the cold, harsh UK. So she's asking Zidane, to reconsider it, to wait because Zidane will be hired in any big club in Spain, Spain and or France. Hell, even PSG would love to have him, or even the France national team. So as of right now, Zidane is attracted to this prospect because this is a very challenging. And as you know, our man of action loves challenges. So I'm gonna make a new video on who's gonna be next and what terms and conditions he has put forward. A total on that. Till then, take care.